Alright guys, let's take a quick look here at Arbitrum. As you can see, this trend line extends down, and it did break out on the weekly time frame about a month ago, and since then it continued along the top of the trend line, not the bottom. And if I zoom in here, you can see that it basically retested the trend line. And it also retested this 48.1 cents basically, and it did hit the bottom of this Fibonacci. Now, I had to extend this Fibonacci lower, as Arbitrum has kind of broken to new lows. I think when it opened at about 50 cents or something like this. If I look at it, yeah, it says open 50, so the high was $1.60 on this first week. So anyways, guys, yeah, it broke to new lows, because if I go here on this candle, it shows that it went as low as 42.87 cents. So anyways, that is not a good thing, I can say. And let's see what happens now. I still have faith in Arbitrum. So I have a medium-sized bag of this, and you can see that this weekly candle is actually getting a good little hammer candle, which is a good thing. But we are under this resistance now at about 62 cents, let's call it. And you can see it supported us back here in July, and last week we lost it, and this week we went further down. So now I do believe we will get above this shortly. Getting out of this Fibonacci will be the next, kind of resistance that we're going to face up here at about 75.5 cents. And then we got to get above this whole area where we've been for, about 2 months now. So, we need to get above about 80 cents, and then it'll be a little bit more bullish in my opinion. But, of course, the most bullish, thing would be if we could get up here at about $1.20. That would take out like a big range that we've been under. Now, we've only been above that for a short time, I can say. I think $1.20 is basically the make or break point for Arbitrum here. Because yeah, if I show you the whole history here, $1.20, down here, I mean, basically we've just been below about $1.20. Maybe we can say like $1.30 might even be better to say. But yeah, we haven't really spent much time above that. I think once we get above that, it's going to go much faster. I do believe we will quickly move up to about 80 cents though, because there isn't much volume down here. There's only been some weeks down here. Now, if I go here and I turn on the volume indicator or something here in the technical indicators, it would probably show you that there is very little volume, I think, down here, honestly. But I'm not going to get into that. There's a lot of things we could get into. We could get into volume and RSI and et cetera, et cetera. I just like to look at the resistances and things like this and support. So I don't like to make these videos too detailed to not confuse anybody, basically. And I like to make them as simple as possible. But anyways, yeah, next resistance, like I said, about 62 cents here. Then we got to get out of this Fibonacci, and we got to move up to about 80 cents next. Now, that is a weekly resistance, a little bit stronger resistance. So I think that this next resistance won't be so bad. Moving out of the reaccumulation Fibonacci can be a little bit difficult, but we'll see, guys. Like I said, there's not much volume down here. So as for Bitcoin, I put this on the hourly here, and just to show you that we've been kind of riding this trend line for some hours. We did break out a couple hours ago, but now we're getting a big dump back inside this trend line, so below the trend line. So that's not good to see. I did like a couple of hours ago when I looked at this. I liked how it looked, but I don't know why we're getting a dump now. But that actually just occurred, I think, right before I made this video, as you can see. So anyways, yeah, you can see that this trend line comes along here. We've actually retested that on the 15-minute and gotten rejected. So that's not a good thing to see. So let me put this on the 4-hour time frame at the moment, and let me take away this, local trend line. Now, if we put a trend line down here, and we kind of move it like this, we're still within reason. We can still come down, touch this trend line. But if I put a trend line more like this, maybe we'll see a bounce here. Maybe we can say that we kind of broke through, but that wouldn't make much sense, I think, if I'm looking at trend lines to draw it this way. We would draw it from back here. This wouldn't make much sense either. But I mean, we can say it kind of rode this trend line, right here, even maybe from the bottom of this candle. But it's kind of hard to draw a trend line on this. But I would say for the most part, we just put it here. It's within the trend, and until we drop below this, I think this is the most logical place to put this, really, on the bottom of these candles. And we'll see. We're trying to hang on to 60.2, which is it's a resistance right now as we're under it, but it's not a strong resistance. It's a daily resistance. So anyways, we need to get back above 61.3 basically. We did do that last night, and we failed to hold that, unfortunately. So yeah, I mean, a lot of things, going against Bitcoin at the moment, unfortunately, but we are trending upwards, since 49,000. I mean, it's amazing we got that low. I'm shocked, really. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much all I got for you about Arbitrum and Bitcoin at the moment. If you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.